However, what's your take on him requesting 10 million to fight you while kind of dissing you in the process, claiming you are nobody?
They say that I haven't fought nobody. I got nobody on my resume. They say this, they say that. They make up excuses. Everybody. It's not only Tia. We see this time and time again, but they ask for all this money to fight me. If I'm nobody and I never fought nobody, I'm not a draw, I'm not this, I'm not that. Well, why you want so much money to fight me? Why not just take the belt, become the real undisputed champ, and just move on?
Well, he must think really highly of you after that sparring. So how did the sparring go? Because apparently he probably knows something we don't know. Can you tell us how that sparring went?
That just explained how the sparring went right there. You know, I don't even got to touch too much on it. It was sparring. It was a couple years ago. Just by what he's saying, if he said that I remember he said that he stopped me in sparring. If you stop me in sparring, what you think you could do in a fight? It should be easy.
When y'all was together, you told him you couldn't even hit me. So how did you end up stopping me?
Exactly. When we met up,
and then you say shit.
When we met up in person, the truth came out. I told him you couldn't hit me. You stopped me. Why you said you stopped me? He didn't have nothing to say. So that just explains how the sparring went right there. I don't even need to touch on it too much because I want to make a big fight. I want to make a fight happen.
What we didn't know is that you made more money against Gamboa than Teofimo did against Lomachenko. I think the whole world was shocked at that news, just to prove that you are the money guy in the division because you're getting paid the most.
I don't want to make it about money because it's not about money, but it is about money. I'm not even going to lie. I can't even sit here and bullshit you. He talked about he won 10 million. It's about money. When I talk about money and how much I'm making compared to how much these guys making, then it's not about money. But then these guys come back and say they making 5 million minimum and they want 10 million to fight me. So is it about money or is it not about money? Because when I talk about money, it's not about money. Oh, it's about belts, it's about this, it's about that. But then when they talk about money, it's something totally different. I made more than double of what Teofimo made for his last fight against Loma. Wow. Pound for pound best.
The youngest promoter in the game, the youngest champion in the game, and the most paid as well. You could add that to the list. You're an old school throwback fighter that's willing to fight everybody, not just later, but now and later.
I'll keep you off the dome with it too. I like that. You coming with these questions, you straight off the dome. You ain't did no prepping, no nothing. I like that.
You already know. So, what is it about Devin? You got that old school feel. You want to fight the best. That's what kind of separate you from everybody in the boxing world. The way fighters fight today is business first, or fighting second. But you making all type of boogeymen surrender their boogeyman status. What makes Devin different?
Like I said on Twitter, I'd rather go out fighting the best. I want my name to be remembered for decades, years and years, way after I'm still even here. And that's what it takes. I want to fight the best. I want the world to know that I'm the best. And if you lose, it is what it is. I would rather go out on my shield saying that I fought the best. At least I took the chance rather than just sitting here protecting my O and running from this fighter, running from that fighter. That's not me. I'm not that type of fighter. I feel like I'm the best, and I want to go show the world I'm the best, and I'm willing to take that chance. That's why they pay me so good, because they know that I'm willing to fight whoever, whenever, wherever.
You seem like the kryptonite for a lot of fighters' style. The fight that we all want to see the most is you versus Teo, but you see them painting the narrative as Teo being undisputed when he's not, because the record book says otherwise. So when do you see that fight happening realistically? When do you see Teo actually stepping up to the plate and living up to the takeover, wanting to take over the lightweight division, not just take parts?
I really don't know, to be honest. We just got to see. With him saying he won 10 million, I don't know how realistic the fight is, but you never know. Hopefully we can, start negotiating and get somewhere, but we never know. In the Loma fight, he went in there with this mentality: I have nothing to lose, everything to gain. But with me, he has everything to lose. Everything to lose. He can gain the undisputed title, undisputed belts, and all the belts, but he just feels like, I'm 22. What is he, 23, whatever. We the same age. With Loma, he had everything to gain. If he was to lose, everybody thought he was going to lose. With me, it's a 50-50 fight.
Do you think he's going to make 10 million fighting Josh Taylor? Or he going to request 10 million to fight Josh Taylor?
Hell no. Hell no. Right, he's not going to make 5 million.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He's not going to make 3 million.
They don't
So
say it no more. Now they say 10 million.
Yeah, that's a new way of ducking. You just outprice yourself out like Gary Russell do. We just got to see who will step up to the plate. I'm willing to fight anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. As you see, when I go in there, I don't get hit, I don't get touched, and they mad about it. They would rather me go in there and get touching or get knocked down and knock a guy out cold. That's not me. I wouldn't want to do that. I would be mad with that. I would be mad if I went in there and I got dropped, but I knocked the guy cold out. I'd rather go in there and not get touched, put on a beautiful performance, and go out and have some fun with my family and leave healthy. I don't like getting touched. I don't like getting hit.
the name of the game is hit and don't get hit. If you Google boxing, that's what's going to come up. It's hard to knock out an opponent that's looking to survive. Like your last fight, for example, 100%. You saw it with a lot of fighters. I mean, even, my man Roy, one of the greatest fighters of all time, Mike Tyson couldn't knock him out because Roy, he had his mind made up. He's going 12. I mean, he's going 8.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're 100% right. I didn't even think Roy was definitely in there to survive. No disrespect to Roy. Obviously, Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. He's heavyweight. He's a crazy puncher. Everybody knows that. So, but exactly, Mike couldn't knock him out because he went in there. He was like a cat. He was going to survive. He was doing anything to survive. And the same with Gamboa, which they can say what they want, but it still didn't show that they want to fight me. Teofimo said something about show me something. Show me something. What has Camboso showed you? I never even seen Camboso's fight. No dish. I really haven't seen Camboso's fights. I'm not bullshitting. I swear to God. God strike me dead right now if I'm lying. I never saw him fight before. Like, does he fight on TV?
Well, I think his last fight, he fought Lee, a guy who moved up from 126 to lightweight.
What network did he fight on?
That I'm not sure. Maybe Sky Sport. But, I mean, obviously, he said, show me something. He wants you to show him that 10 million, Devin. That's what he wants you to show him.
That's what he wants.
Roy Jones, one of your mentors, he said, if you think you're the best, then you should collect every single belt. There's nothing wrong with all these belts in the sport of boxing. But if you truly feel like you're the best, then you should collect all the belts. But if you don't, then you truly don't feel like you're the best. Since T.O. nickname is the Takeover.
What does it take to go get another belt to fight me? How hard is that? It's another fight. You're getting paid. You're going to get paid more than you ever got paid in your career. You would make more with me than you made when you fought Loma. So, I don't understand what's the confusion? What's so hard about it?
I wouldn't let anything that I would remark stand in the way from the fight happening, arguing about A side and B side, to answer your question about it. If he is the A side, he's going to lose anyway. If he's the B side, he's going to lose. It doesn't necessarily matter.
They are treating him like the Iron Mike Tyson in his prime, because growing up as a kid, we would always say, yeah, I fight Mike Tyson for $5 million. I fight Mike Tyson for $10 million. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it sounded like when Theo said, when he asked for $10 million, we thought about like Mike Tyson for a second. We're like, man, is he talking about fighting Mike Tyson or something?
Hold it. You're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.